All right, AP Human Geography classes. Here's our next unit, Chapter 13, Urban Patterns. And what we're going to discuss first is why do services cluster downtown? Well, where downtown specifically? Something called the CBD. And the CBD, as we've talked about in class, is the Central Business District, or aka just downtown. All right. Now, usually this accounts for about 1% of the city of urban land, yet it contains the largest percentage of businesses and public offices within the city. It's usually the easiest part of the city to reach, and it's usually in the center. And the reason why is it's the focal point of the transportation network of a particular city, whether that be a railroad or, that picture there, a bus. All right, so what was originally in CBDs? Let's talk about some of the retail services within central business districts. Well, there were 3 retail services located here, one with a high threshold. And what that means is, right, big customer range. So large department stores were located here. Now, as we know, more department stores are located really in suburban areas and even suburban malls. One great example here is Macy's. Macy's used to be located in many downtown areas throughout the United States. Other retail services were retailers with a high range, or people that were willing to travel there because they were some sort of specialty store, such as a jewelry or clothing store. Also, these stores may contain a unique view, or they might be a unique building, like in the picture to the right here, that offers a unique shopping experience, so people would travel there. And also, retailers in this area would also specifically focus on downtown workers. So, for example, these shops catered to their work needs, such as office supplies, such as computer stores, such as shoe repair, photocopying, etc. But downtown has changed in many, many different ways. Okay, well, here's the reason why. There's competition for land in CBDs. All right, obviously, because there's a limited amount of land, and really, people can only build, up. But let's talk about the 2 reasons why. One, there's high land costs. In this area, rent is the highest out of any part of the city. So the cost per square foot is extremely expensive. It's also because of intensive land use, right? I just said that there's a limited amount of land. So buildings don't build horizontally, they are built vertically, hence skyscrapers. And a lot of the utilities of a city, and specifically in the central business district, are located underground, such as telephone, electric, even TV lines. All right, so what is not included in CBDs? Well, because of high rent and because of land shortages, there's 2 activities that are really discouraged or not really seen in CBDs, although that has changed as well. Hear me out. Industry traditionally was located in a CBD near a waterfront, some sort of port. But now, due to these high rent prices and the need for more land and expansion, most industries are located in more of a suburban location than, let's say, a central business district. Also, residency. What I mean by that is people living in a CBD. Poor people used to live in central business districts, specifically in tenements. Ironically, what has changed is that CBDs actually offer high-priced residential lofts for people who can afford it to be close to city life, and poorer people have moved to different areas of the city. A little switch there. All right, CBDs outside North America look very different. So most people actually live in the central business district of a city, unlike North America. And within these CBDs, they include supermarkets, bakeries, butchers. I mean, think of your local downtown area, and those stores would be located in the central business district. Now, these CBDs also contain something called shopping streets, and I gave you a picture here of the Philippines. A shopping street are these high-rise buildings where apartments are on top and businesses are on the bottom, and there is no automobiles, just pedestrians that are allowed to walk here. And sometimes, outside North America, they try to maintain their traditional architecture with less high-rise buildings. This is a bad example, but there are other examples where central business districts try to maintain their traditional architecture. All right, that's it. Little brief intro there to urban patterns. We'll talk much more about this in class. See you then.